Here we have the Duralast pneumatic creeper seat. Let's open this up. This is what you'll see inside the package if you pick one up. Got the base there and then the seat. Okay. This says it's rated for 250 pounds. I am under that, so I guess I'm good. For now. And here we are looking at the seat. It feels okay. This doesn't feel like it's gonna last a long time. This feels like a sort of a thin layer of, might not even be real leather. I doubt it's real leather. Lever here to adjust the size, or the height rather. Feels relatively sturdy. We shall see. I was wondering where these wheels were. They were in this box. I had it set aside and didn't realize it. So here are the wheels and all the included hardware. I'm going to inspect the wheels and make sure they are in good shape. All right, it's time to assemble the base here. I have a 13mm wrench here, and that's what's gonna fit. So let's do it. So this part here, you see the lip here, and then it dips inward. This part faces upward. Okay, now that I have it all hand tightened, I'm gonna go through and tighten it down with this wrench. Let's do it. Well, it looks like I made a pretty huge mistake here. I noticed that there was a lot of wheel wobble here, even though these are all tightened. So then what I found was this right here. Yeah. Everything always works out perfectly when you're working on your car, right? Or when assembling things. Well, anyway, I'm gonna have to take all this apart again and then insert these on the bottom. All right, I got the base all ready to go here. At least I think so. Test all the wheels. I don't see, or I don't feel any wobbling like before. Okay, let's call that good. Next step is to install this part on there. Okay, so the manual says to just put this right in there. And I guess the weight of everything else, including myself, will seat this in place. All right, and then let's get this top on. See if it screws on or anything. I don't know. Kind of feels like that feels pretty snug already. So I figured it would be valuable information if I measured this for you. So we're looking at just under a foot going across. This portion of it, we are looking at just under 2 inches. Okay, this portion right here, we're looking at just under 10 inches. The height of this thing, when it's all the way down, is roughly 16 inches tall. And then at its highest, that's roughly about just under 21 inches tall. And then this base portion down here, I know I got this middle part in the way, but this is just an estimation anyway. We are looking at about 15.25 inches across. All right, let me give it a stability test first. Wouldn't want to sit on it and then the whole thing collapses, right? Okay, that feels like it might be able to hold my weight. Let's try that out. Okay, feels pretty good. Let me pull that lever, adjust the height here. Okay, nice. So from my point of view, I'm able to sit down low enough. Let's say I'm working on the headlights here or something. This is a really nice height. Yeah, let's say I'm polishing the headlights or doing something right around this area. This would be perfect for that, I'd say. Okay, in this portion of the video, I'm gonna do some roll testing. Go that way, forward, backward, kind of just scoot around, see how this thing feels. Okay. Ooh, that was weird. That didn't sound good. Not sure what part of it that was, but I hope nothing broke there. Scoot around to the back of the car. Okay. Great. Forward. Backward. Forward. Okay. Okay, let's test this lever to change the height. Okay, nothing too fancy there. Works just like how you would expect it to. And of course there's enough pressure here where I can't just push it down with my hands. So that's a good sign, I would say. And then when I go and sit on it to compress it, pull the lever. There we go. Now it's nice and low. So one thing I wanted to point out, of course, is you can put some tools down here while you're working and scooting around your garage. So this feels like pretty solid metal. So hardware wise, I would say that's pretty good. So should you buy this thing, this Duralast seat creeper? Well, I think for the price, I would still probably do it. This isn't the most comfortable chair out there. And of course, at this price point, don't expect really, really high-end build quality. Like I said before, this quote-unquote leather kind of feels like it might eventually tear on me. Okay, and as you heard earlier, as I was scooting around, something may have given up down here. I don't know what it is. I may find out eventually. All right, so I can't say yet if I recommend this thing, but so far, so good. It's serving its purpose. My main reason for it is to have something to sit down on after working on the car and just getting really, really tired. So for that purpose, I think it works really well. And of course, if I ever get to the point where I'm working on a project where I need to be down this low, let's say I'm back here and I'm working on a tail light or something like that. This at the lowest setting for this creeper seat, it's nice and comfortable. And this is my point of view right here. This is how low I can sit. So we'll see. I'm gonna give this thing some time and maybe make another video for you later on about whether or not I think you should buy this thing. So far, I'm liking it. That's gonna do for this video on this creeper seat. Okay, bye.